sun is shining, the birds are singing, and California is on fire. All is right in the world, chat. Never end yourself. We are back today with the wonderfully sculpted Gundam RX-78-2. I've just been putting 2 this entire time. Whatever. But the RX-78, we're going to be continuing it. I did prep last week. You won't find that stream because that got a little too dark. Don't worry about it. Ooh. You know, for Men's Mental Health Month, I cared about other people's mental health and not myself. Let's just put it like that, okay? Let's not dwell on that part. But we are going to be continuing it. We should be starting the building. Any prep that we miss, we can just do at the end. Ooh. But actually, before we build, I want to brag about something I did not think I would ever find. Let me put that there, and then let me put this on screen. Oh, I don't know how well it's framing. Let me move the kick page. There it is. The Moon Gundam. Or, I actually never really gave it. I thought it was a really cool design, but not until I had it did I realize it's a Zazabi Gundam. Like, I looked at the skirt and I was like, oh, that's the Zazabi skirt. And then I looked at the shoulder pads and I was like, oh, wait a minute. Then I saw the head crest and I was like, oh, that's just a Zazabi. So if a Zazabi and a Gundam had a baby, but I found this, which is a holy grail, and it looks to be quite big. It is effectively the size of a small master grade box, which means it's a big boy, which means we can put it in a pole. We have enough gunpla to make a pole for big boy mechs. For over like 23-meter tall mechs. So I'm excited about that. Hello, Lan. Just showing off my most recent Holy Grail mech. I never thought I'd actually see a Moon Gundam in person. Maybe one day I will see a Messer after all. But let us... Uh-oh. Wait a minute, I just realized something. I did not put the instruction manual back into the box. Let me address this real quick. While I address that, I'm gonna put the Moon Gundam back on just to show it off more, because it's beautiful. But there it is. Okay. Found the manual. What? So let us get to building. Looks like... Ooh, that's gonna fold the paper. I don't want that. I've been having a good time, Lan. Oh. That's the wrong button. That's the correct button. It looks like we're gonna have to do some cleanup. There's some overspillage on some of these that's gonna have to be cleaned up. Like right here is very obvious, where you can see how this is all grayed out. Not the most... A little sloppy with that, but that was a little intentional. I just didn't want to bother. But let's get the lighter fluid. Where's my lighter fluid? It's not a Gunpla stream if I don't ask that. Okay, we found it. Been busy. A lot of people have been busy recently. Ooh. Ironically for me, and maybe I shouldn't say this, but I found someone to help me through some personal matters, and then they got busy, so I had to deal with a lot of personal matters in May on my own. So it's fitting, because I'm still watching through Season 2 of Re:Zero. It's kind of almost serendipitous with that. Thematically fitting with what that season seems to be about. At least for Amelia's character, of handling things on your own. Of going through your past traumas. Don't want to spoil, though. It's good to hear that things are calming down for you. One thing actually I realized is I've never posted the Joy of Your Life clip from, I don't know if you know it, but from the, oh, I don't remember what we were building, but it's the one where I said that the sorrow that would be felt by your early passing is nothing compared to the joy that is yet to be felt by you continuing to live. And I don't remember what we were building, but I didn't know that I never actually posted that anywhere. It was just sitting there on Twitch. So I need to, for Men's Mental Health Month, I need to post that on the main channel. Yeah, I clipped it and sent it to a friend, and then I forgot to send it to, like, to ever post it anywhere else. So right now on Twitter, it's on, like, it's my pinned comment, the full 40-second clip. Zabi? Thing is either during the Zazabi, the is one of the three. It's either the Zazabi, the Sigrun, or the Gian. I just don't remember which one. I just know it was whatever was the last thing we did in April. Because it was at the end of April. Actually, I was trying to find it on Twitter to repost it over the weekend, and I was just like, okay, the clip was done on the 29th, and I just was looking at, like, through my feed, and I was just like, okay, 28th, 29th, 30th, where is it? Where is it? I was literally driving myself insane just to realize I never posted it. Luckily, I did have the clip already on, I did clip it on Twitch, so that's, like, how I knew it was on the 29th. And I think, oh, no, we still have a little bit more cleanup right there. There we go. Let's get started on the torso. Sometimes you just feel down. There ain't nothing wrong with that. The issue arises when you languish in it. The issue arises when you just kind of wallow in your own depraved self-pity. It's easy to do. This is why it's so tempting. One thing I've learned with cleaning up pieces is that you definitely want to go, not unidirectional, but like, you want to go one direction. Because if you go back, that's how you smear and whatnot, that's how you just get everything to be ruined, and there's a panel line right there that is so super hard to see. And if I had not panel lined it, if I had not caught it here, it's even hard to see there. I don't think I'd catch it. I don't think I would have ever gotten it. No, let me get that real quick. We can always clean that up later. Don't need to be cleaning up, we need to be finding C. Yeah. The worst part is when you do it in front of someone else and then you feel guilty. And then you start feeling all these feeling of shame and, you know, guilt and whatnot over having shown your ass effectively. Which was a big problem I was having. And I was spiraling out. And I don't think they'll mind because I'm not saying who it is. But it was actually kind of funny because I was crashing real hard at the end of May. And I got a little spicy at the end of May with a Kurt Cobain joke that was a little too real. And a lot of people were like, "Are you okay? How's it going?" But one friend in particular just messaged me. I'm not going to tell you the full thing that they messaged me because I literally stopped reading it after like pretty much it was the first sentence, but after the second statement, and it was just, in it, it just read, "I'm disappointed in you." And I've never locked in faster in my life. I don't know why in that. Like, it wasn't, like, I didn't feel shame or guilt. It was just it's pretty much like how I read that statement was just like just lock in. It's a little weird to describe. But like reading that just made me like just crystallized everything I had been doing wrong. Ooh. It just Jesus. I don't know about it. Ooh. Jesus is pretty cool dude, but it wasn't Jesus who said it to me. But the friend just said, "I'm disappointed in you." And I don't know why, but like it just clicked in my brain that just like, okay, I've been messing up. And since then, it's all just been like coming together. Since then, of just like just stop wallowing in it, just be open, just say what you need to say, and move on. It's actually been pretty nice. Ooh. It's just, sometimes, as weird as it might sound, a guy needs to hear. I can't say for girls, I don't know if this would work with girls, but sometimes really the equivalent of just lock the hell in is what they need to hear. Or at least, but it's very situational. Like, some rando can't tell you to lock in. It's the right person. I cannot find this sprue at all, but the right person has to tell you to lock in when you're spiraling out. Ooh. Hold up. Where's E? I need to find Amuro. I need to find Amuro, dude. Oh my god, I wanted to make a get in the mech Shinji joke, and then I got reminded of this incredibly terrible thing where like a guy reviewed every anime ever was like the premise, but what it was just like half-baked analysis, and he was just like, well, like what makes Evangelion different from other mecha anime is that it focuses on the pilot and not really the mech. And it's like, so you just don't watch mecha, do you? Like the mechs are glorified tanks, like they are cool war machines there to, you know, establish the setting as futuristic or to sell toys. But that's true for like but that's even true for Evangelion, you know, the mechs are also there to establish like the setting in many ways, you know, but like the focus of these stories are always the characters. And he had some incredibly terrible takes, like how he's like, instead of going, oh hey, I didn't watch what is it, Sailor Moon, because it's just not for me, I'm not its target audience, he was like, oh, you know what, I'm too masculine to watch that. And it's like, that's not that actually makes you sound less masculine, that you have to fucking go out of your way and be like, no, I'm too much of a dude to watch that, to say you're not the target audience. But with the Evangelion one, it was a very stereotypical thing. Like all of his top anime were really stereotypical. What? But a lot of people were clowning on him in both the magical girl and the mecha genre, like in just mecha fandoms, on the fact of like how little he knew of both. Because this character is so key for mecha. Like Gundam is literally a coming of age story. Ooh, arguably, I'd say actually Gundam is more of a coming of age story than Evangelion. Because Evangelion is more of like a trauma story, is more of a story of like a, well, trauma and working through it, because that's what the director was literally doing while he was making it. He was working through his own trauma, and that bled into the series. While Gundam is far more like a Japanese answer to Starship Troopers. I know that people say, like, it's supposed to be an answer to, like, Star Wars or Star Trek. You know, which it was meant to be directly, but, like, if you look thematically, it's very much an answer to things like Starship Troopers. It's a military coming-of-age story, but instead of being through a post-World War II perspective, like with Heinlein, where it's like, you know, a righteous war perspective. Instead, you have post-World War II Japan perspective, where it's kind of just like, wow, war really sucks. Like, we kind of lost ourselves a little in that. Like, what are we doing here? It's a far more somber and reflective story. And the fact that people don't appreciate that in Gundam is a real shame. Though, I do blame the fact that in the West, a lot of people aren't introduced to Gundam on with the original Gundam, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. If your first Gundam isn't OG Gundam, that's not a bad thing. But it does inform a lot of what you understand about Gundam going forward. But Gundam is pretty good about being like, war is bad. You know, the Earth is, you know, our home. Actually, that's something I did like about G-Fighter that I need to rewatch, is how G-Fighter is actually very much focuses on how we can't just leave the Earth. It's how, like, we need to be part of the Earth. And stay there. You did it? Like, we can't abandon our home, but we also have to move forward beyond our home. It's a complicated situation. B42, 40, okay. At 44. Okay. Actually, one thing I'm going to start doing on the Discord, is this, I'm going to change topics real quick, is actually, I'm going to start just whatever I'm watching at the time, I might just screen share it on the Discord on the watch along. And this might just be like random episodes of ReZero or something, but I was thinking just because recently I've been putting on director's commentaries in the background while I'm just working on stuff, that might be something nice to just share in general. Like today I actually listened to more than watched, the director and actor commentary for The Thing featuring John Carpenter and Kurt Russell, and it was really, really fun. If you have a chance to listen to that, you will actually have a chance to listen to that on Sunday the 29th, because on the 28th we were doing a Thing watch along, but on the following Sunday I'm going to actually be playing the commentary track on the Discord for it. Ooh. But it's really fun because it's just Kurt Russell and John Carpenter just reflecting on it, just like kind of jiving about it. Sometimes, like, when you have commentaries, it's very dry and it's like, oh yeah, this is what we did, or like we were doing this, which is interesting in its own right. But with Kurt Russell, it's just like every like 2 minutes he's just making a joke, just like, I remember this scene, and he just starts joking about like what was happening, like, oh yeah, you know, you go outside, it'd be like over 100 degrees because it was like LA, then you'd have to go back inside for the shoot, and everything was below freezing for the scenes, because, you know, like, we're supposed to be in Antarctica and you wanted that like realistic feeling, so we just have to go like from an oven to to the freezer back and forth, and it's really disorienting. And as having just both Kurt Russell and John Carpenter laugh as they reminisce, it's real fun. Actually, tomorrow I might play the Escape from LA commentary, because they did the Escape from LA commentary before they did the Thing commentary. Actually, they mentioned that on the Thing commentary. They're just like, yeah, we did, like, I don't know how recently they had done it, but they mentioned that the commentary that they did before the Thing commentary was the Escape from New York commentary. Ooh. Actually, one thing I've done to keep my mind out of a depressive loop is just, you know, keeping, you know, your mind busy. You know, idle hands are the devil's workshop, as they say. What? And one way I've been I kept busy, is I just decided to, like, look through all my gunpla I had and just ask myself, what, like, pulls can I make out of these? And I already have, like, the 4th of July pull ready. I already have the red, white, and blue with the amazing red, the Zaku high mobility type custom, and the Zuda. Ooh, that one's already set. But ooh, apparently I have enough, like, blue mechs to make a feeling blue. There we go. Pull, which would be Goof prototype, Jagdoga, and Zaku Mariner. Yeah. Or a ball. I could swap out any of those for a ball as well, because that's also blue. Actually, there's a lot of red mechs I've come to appreciate, because also I made another Seeing Red. And I think, is everything in the Seeing Red new? Not everything. But there's the Gebera Tetra, the gun cannon, and the Rosen Zulu are some of the things that would be in the Seeing Red Part 2. Oh. God, there's a lot of pulls I was able to make in a short time. Whoa, what's that? Actually, one thing I have to do is I have to organize the pulls to make sure that any that have to have something in them go before the ones that have anything that can be swapped out, because some have like have more than 5 things that can go into them. Some of them only have 4 options. So in case those ones, so the ones that are more malleable have to go later. Where is... I need to turn on this fan. It is oppressive in here. There we go. Let me get up my topics page to see what there is to talk about. Oh god. That's great. The first thing I have on the topics page is how I've just completely lost interest in the Superman movie. Because instead of Truth, Justice, and the American Way, it's now Truth, Justice, and the Human Way. Which is very problematic if you know anything about Superman. It's kind of gone underappreciated how Superman is effectively... And I know that there's a direct comparison in this character. I don't care. But effectively Superman is supposed to be the Captain America of DC, sorry. Of DC. And what I mean by that is not he is the Captain America. What I mean is he is the concept of the Nietzschean Übermensch through an American perspective. And in Marvel, the Übermensch, the Superman, is embodied through Captain America, the ultimate patriot. While in DC, it is embodied by Superman. I mean, he's literally called Superman, for God's sake. But it's embodied by Superman, who is kind of the same idea done... I mean, it's the same idea of, like, American exceptionalism with both of the characters. But with Captain America, it is someone who was weak being brought up to be something stronger. While with Superman, it is someone who is strong, who, I guess you could say, humbles himself or holds himself back and uses all of his power that he has for the benefit of other people. Which also, I mean, Captain America does. Captain America is somebody who started out without power and who gained power and uses that power for the good of other people. Like, both are men who are inherently selfless and principled, which are American values. What? And dividing Superman, taking Superman away from his roots as a fundamentally American character, is as wrong as doing the same what to Captain America. It is a fundament to their characters, both of them. And to not understand that shows a inherent misunderstanding of the characters. But this is also James Gunn, who is a bit of a silly Billy. James Gunn is a guy who made Peacemaker is kind of is very stupid. It's fun for the most part, but what he does is he has a story that is perfect for an immigration allegory, and he makes it about global warming. No, I'm not joking. Like that's how brain rotted James Gunn is when he tries to do any political commentary. He has this race of aliens that, out of fear of humanity, hide themselves among humans, and who initially wanted to, you know, guide humanity into being better from the shadows, but over time, their intention of like doing, their benevolent intentions turned to malice as they saw themselves as above humans and grew contemptuous of humans. And it's like, that's a very interesting story of how, you know, you have these aliens who fear xenophobia, but then they become the xenophobes. And, oh no, that's not what you were intending at all. Actually, the reason they took over humanity is because they're like, you're going to destroy your planet through global warming. And it's like, okay, well, why are we here? what is going on here? Like, you had this very interesting story that showed a complex issue of bigotry arising from the very group of people who had good intentions to begin with, and it's just the lack of self-awareness in that is just very, very what I'd expect. There's also the interesting thing about Peacemaker. There's a character called Vigilante who is a complete sociopath, but I think James Gunn was trying to make an autistic character. And he comes across as autistic until you realize he kind of goes beyond that and is just a sociopath. He does not understand how the world works. Like, an autistic person can at least observe how the world works and then act accordingly to that. This guy can't even do that. He's I just find it a little funny. I like the character of Vigilante, don't get me wrong. It's just that, really, when I think about it, I'm just like, that character was meant to be autistic, but he's just a murderous sociopath. Good character, but if you just realize that part about him, it's a little funny. Okay, can we... There we go, it was not lining up. Away, away. There we go. But yeah, I've lost all interest in the new James Gunn with the abandonment of America. And I've not talked about the fact that I have a drawing in the corner, have I? There's a drawing in the corner. Oh god, I took the drawing I made of Airy, which I don't think I've actually shared on stream because I haven't been sharing drawings in a while. But I took it, put it on the computer, lined over it, did all that good stuff, and then kind of applied what I did already in the sketch, but also corrected some mistakes I made. Like, I made some mistakes in the lighting that I corrected in this. Like, one mistake I made in the lighting is I made the lighting cast from in front and above her. And this one I was like, no, like, for the tone, it's far better to have the lighting behind her. So I kept the highlight on her forehead, on her, not her bangs, because I thought it still looked nice. This is something you can do. You can cheat with that kind of stuff. Ooh. Half of drawing is really, especially in that kind of art style, you can really cheat in the lighting department. Not all lighting needs to be natural or realistic. As long as you remember, oh hey, because, you know, the main light source is behind her, you just have to darken the highlight in the front a little. Which is what I did. Though I don't think I darkened her bangs. Her bangs should probably have been slightly darker than her, than the back of her head. That's probably a little bit of a mistake that I made. I'm losing it. Okay. Actually, speaking of Aerie, recently, I think it's on her private account, which is a shame. But hold up, something fell on the floor, and I don't know where it went. But she actually made a animatic. There it is. That was very well done. And it's kind of a shame that it's only on her private account, because it's something that really should be shared. Ooh. Well, I can't wait until she starts streaming again, because she's been getting her life in order herself. It's really nice to see. So she's become a very busy lady in the meantime. Actually, continuing on the topic of art, though, I want to talk about Scooby-Doo real quick and its character design. And I kind of realized this because I saw this girl who had pretty much just a thick blouse, effectively, like a jumper blouse. So like, just a shirt that's like as thick as what you'd expect a sweater to be, but it's just a shirt. Like one of those short sleeve sweaters, effectively. But she just was wearing an orange sweater and had a bob cut. And I just was like jinkies when I saw her. And I was like, wow, that... And I kind of just, like, from that, decoded the fact that Scooby-Doo has actually really good character design. In the fact that when you see just a woman wearing orange in a skirt, you know, like if she, and she has, you know, bob hair, and she kind of has, like, short hair, you immediately think of Velma. They're kind of, like, basic colors, but, like, that's the point. Like, with Shaggy, it's just a skinny dude with a green shirt. It's like a skinny, tall dude with a green shirt. But you think of Shaggy when you see that. It's kind of really good minimalistic art design in that regard. Ooh. With Daphne, you think of the purple. And with Fred, you think of his white shirt and blue pants and orange ascot. They're very quick characters to recognize. And they each have a unique personality to fill. Basic but effective, which is all it needed to be. Oh. Oh, no. Just Merrick Vesper. So we have... Wait, have we built the Ramba... We have built a Ramba Ral... Hold up. Mobile suit. On that topic. We have built a... Its name escapes me, actually. A Bugu. We have built a Bugu, though. So I don't think we've built a normal goof now that I think about it. We've built a goof custom from MS Team. Oh no. Okay, hold up. I needed to put a piece on. What? Wait, when did I almost fumble it? What did I do to fumble it? There's always technical difficulties and no, I will not be called a fumbler because of technical difficulties that happen in every collab. I resent that. Whoop. But yes, I am a friend of Shog. He's a wonderful person, and I am having trouble. Ah, there it is. Finding the piece that we need. Zaku 1. Ooh. Actually, you bringing up the Zaku 1 reminded me that I actually have when I was talking about how I have future polls set up for like just whatever we can do coming forward. One of the polls literally is just Zaku's. It's just, I think what's on it is a Zaku 1, a Zaku 2, a Zaku Mariner. The Zaku custom if we don't build that. This kit is very tricky, I will say on one regard, and that is its pegs do not want to align. And I'm struggling with that quite a little bit. Oh, I thank you for the sub. If a notification doesn't pop up, my apologies, but YouTube is horrendous at giving the notifications to stream elements. Thank you. Did it? There we go. Okay. How far? You know, I was worried that this kit, because how simple it looked compared to the Zaku 2 Master Grade, that it would go quickly, but it is not going quickly at all. It is going enjoyably slow for me, at least. But it's also early on. The one thing I appreciate early on in building is the fact that I can never manage the sprues. I always get them all mixed up. But by the second day of building, I always figure out, okay, so these go here, like this is F, this is this one. But I'm just terrible, and half this, like, actually, yeah, half the sprues in this kit are all just the same gray, so you can't color differentiate them. Oh, yeah, it's a, yeah, actually, yeah, the Zaku F2, the Super Zaku, yes, I am aware of that because actually for Shog on the, when we did a Zaku tier list, or actually it was a Zaku-like tier list, I included it as I think possibly the only Zaku actually on the tier list because it was meant for, you know, things that were like Zaku's but not actual Zaku's. The alternate universe Zaku's. I am doing this very wrong. But I included that on the list, and it just went into the, I think, Super Zaku category. I still remember that collab because I thought it was going to be a lot more fighting between the two of us just like going like, no, 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 this Zaku like goes here, no, this Zaku like goes here. But pretty much every time we like found a Zaku, like we were just like, oh hey, the man Rody, it goes here, and we just agree and move on. It was a very non-controversial collab. I thought we were going to be at each other's throats, but we just were agreeing the entire time. Ooh. Ah. Okay. Hold up, Remember when I said 2 minutes ago that this kit is very particular and hard to like get things aligned? Yeah. That's what I'm dealing with right now, but good to know on the context side of which one you were. I'm kind of losing my mind over this. I'm looking at this and I'm like convinced I'm doing it wrong, but I can see I'm not. I need to take this off camera real quick. This is an oddly... Why are you being so difficult? Hold up, I'm gonna try to lower this. There we go, yeah. It was just in the way. And then I can not push it back up, actually. Okay. Oof. And that looks like the turret segment. D? A, wait. Okay, my brain melted looking. I was looking at this part, which I don't know how well you can see it, but okay, so I can get out. I can get out either A19 or A33, but either way I get out B. What's the difference? $17, $16, this doesn't go up that high. Wait, what? Wait, what? wait. 16, 17, 14, 15, 21, 27. I'm sorry, is this a Bandai kit or is this from Games Workshop? None of these numbers feel like they are going in the proper order, but is there another A? Am I losing my mind, chat? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 30. Okay. 32. Then where's A19? I am... so confused by this, but we're just gonna get out this one because this is the one we can find. Okay, let's... What is... If it's not stickers, I'm just getting confused by the sprues, I swear to goodness. And then B... Usually Bandai runners are in a little bit better order than that. Usually I can, like, at least decode where it should be. Like, I can go, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, you know, and then 9, 10. Like, I can work my way, like, through the numbers. But it's because it's an A sprue is what it is. A sprues are always the one that are multicolored and the ones where everything is everywhere. That's really the fact that it's specifically an A sprue. But there's 19. It's a yellow shoulder. RX-78 heavy? Hold up. Be right back. That's why my asthma off, because I turned it off by accident. Spoilers, but that's the high grade. No, you didn't come with yellow shoulders. Okay, I don't know why I'm getting so confused, but I'm getting needlessly confused. You have no prep work on you, but you're still beautiful, baby. Don't worry about it. But it's... I know... Actually, wait. Oh, those are unique pieces for that, too, but... I'm taking way too long getting confused at literally pointless things. B47. That says 46, Merrick. Can you read? B46. It's not yellow shoulders. It's I'll show you using the high grade. But if you can see, I want my other ones. You can see this little raised area right here. How it's not. That's actually a separate piece on this, if I remember correctly. It is. I need to push it back down. But there's an option to make this little section right here the cap. And this is like a cap for a shoulder turret, which is weird because it already has head Vulcans, but don't think about it. But it's like a shoulder Vulcan is under this. And the cap can be either yellow or blue. And I don't know why it can be yellow. But it says like it's an optional thing. I'm guessing there's like one scene in Gundam The Origin where it's yellow. And this is a master grade, so they have to include it. An A6? I know exactly where that one is, because that piece looks so weird. Hello, Tweety! Wait. Yes, Tweety. Hello, Greenbird. What? Let's see here. We are just on our way very slowly building the RX-78. We're having a fun, incompetent time. And this goes... My notes keep going down. Ooh, probably. Probably for when it was like the prototype still is why the yellow is there. Ooh. We are on 23. 20. 23. There we go. Yeah, yeah, there's I simul stream on Twitch, Kick, and YouTube. They all go at the same time. Whoop. I stream on Twitch because it is a very convenient way to get clips from streams when I remember to do that. I stream on YouTube because it's just a way to, you know, catalog all the streams without having to, you know, re-upload them. And I stream on Kick because it's there, I guess. I just started streaming on Kick like last week. There's nobody there. It exists, so I stream there. Great to have you here, Tweety. God, this is a master grade, but these are still very tiny pieces that make me very worried to be putting together. And I'm wearing gloves because my cuticles got messed up this week. I was thinking of finally no longer wearing gloves before stream. Oh, thank you for the follow. Ooh. It is very much appreciated on Twitch. But my cuticles are messed up, so I still have to wear the gloves, and I'm self-conscious, and God. Oh my God. How? I cannot convey to you how difficult this is. I am thinking I'm doing it right. I'm not. That, I don't know if you can see it, but this little flag needs to be like this. So I was trying to put it on upside down, it looks like. So let's try that again, I think. Yes. Oh, that went right in. Okay. That's excellent. Oh, you don't have to. Like, I am very comfortable with lurkers in my chat, so don't ever feel like you're forced to say anything. Ooh. I am very lurker friendly, and I just put that in upside down. Hello, speechless. Oh, fucking. Goodbye, speechless. That was a bot salesman. Oh, God, I... You're back from Twitch? How you doing? Fucking... I myself like to lurk in chats quite often. Wait, did I put that in upside down or not? I try to make a welcoming, calm atmosphere for you guys. There we go. There's never any cause to feel nervous. We're just hanging out, doing stuff and things. Then you... That feels a little precarious. But if it works, it works. Please, go down. There we go. And then... Whatever these are, they're A, so we know where to get those. Luckily, it looks like A we work through pretty quickly. Actually, it looks like it's almost entirely the torso. I mean, yeah, you have the skirt pieces here. And the shield, but, like, this is torso, torso. These vents, I think, are torso. It looks pretty clean. Ooh. Oh. Wait. If you were speechless, I'm sorry. I'm so used to seeing the for the best viewers. Oh. Wait a minute. But that was you just having a laugh. That's a good one. I'm so used to this on Twitch. It is just the bane of Twitch. You see a chat and your eyes light up and you're like, oh, what do you have to say? And it's just... and then it's just, for best viewers, click this link, and it's like, I want to blow my brains out. That's a dangerous game. If that was you, that's a dangerous game to play. Ooh. That is an easy way to get banned from people's chats. A lot of people don't just like delete it. Ooh, they fucking block the person. I don't block them because I've never had repeats because the bots don't work that way. I know that blocking a bot doesn't matter because they're just gonna send a different bot. Ooh, they never send the same bot twice. I've never gotten the same bot twice. As I said, you don't have to worry about being shy, my man. Ooh. You're gonna sit back and relax. I'm a little happy one of my viewers isn't here, because then I'd have to apologize to him, because I have not, it has been 2 months, and I have not updated my BGM at all. It is still a bunch of songs from over 100 years ago, because those are public domain, and easily accessible. He has recommended, it's Opus, he's recommended a lot of good music, and I just keep not looking it up. I did look up the Doivik collection, which he recommended, but all that music was in public domain. I need to re-find the other ones he recommended. I do really like these older songs that I have. So the problem with having older music is the fact that you can hear, like with this one, it's not static. It's actually, these are records that you're hearing. These are digitized records, and what you're hearing is not actually static. It is just the records are really old and have been played so much that the pin that like goes over the record to read it has scratched into the record over time so much that it has rubbed away part of the music. So all the static you hear in these are just because they're so old. And there's a lot of songs I'd love to have played, but my god, the static is just awful. Like half the songs I have downloaded that are like that are from these old albums are just unusable. Because again, these are albums that like were printed off in 1904 and were played for like people's entire lives and whatnot. And then in and then in 2003 they digitized them. Like these are just records that have been gone through the circuit. They've probably been left outside, deformed and whatnot. It's a miracle that they play at all. What happened in Twitch chat? Nothing happened in Twitch chat. Ooh. Nothing ever. No, don't worry about it. Nothing's happened. Ooh. So that means you weren't speechless. That means you lied to me. You're a dirty liar. I can't trust you ever again. Oh, yep. One of my favorite things about Gundam, which is completely impractical, but it's one of those things that just works because it's just, it looks cool, even though it's really, really stupid if you think about it. No offense to the design, just is the fact that the heat sinks for Gundams are forward-facing, which makes sense because it's a prototype mobile suit. But because in the original Gundam, you had those forward-facing heat sinks, and what I mean is these vents right here, which are meant, you know, to be vents for heating and whatnot and coolant. Because they're in the front, all the Gundams just have the heat sinks in the fronts, and it's like, that's where you don't want heat sinks. Like, but it looks so good. But it's also just like, again, you don't want that. Like, that's the most vulnerable part of your suit. And if those get hit, your suit can't, you know, properly regulate its temperature, and it's gonna crash out pretty bad, but it looks so good. And that's one thing I like about design, is that you have to balance the pragmatic with the just visually striking. And I think Gundam, especially Universal Century, does an amazing job at that. I'm sure they appreciate it, don't worry. I'm sure they appreciate the extra followers, and also Twitch is a better notification platform than YouTube, in all honesty. Like, I cannot blame you at all for being like, I follow people, if your logic is I follow people on Twitch to get notified of when they're streaming on YouTube, I completely understand that, because Twitch, it notifies you every time someone goes live, or at least for me it does. But YouTube, the stars have to align and everything has to be like, the stars have to align. You have to sacrifice a goat, you know, put its blood over your door, have, you know, the Lord pass over your house and not take your firstborn, and then maybe it'll notify you of a stream if you're lucky. YouTube's stream notification system is really bad, and it's like, oh, hit that bell icon. The bell icon doesn't do anything. The bell icon works for a week, and then it stops working. It stops giving you notifications after a week. And it's like, maybe it turned itself off. It never turns. I check it every time. It's still there. Don't get notifications anymore. Oh my god, that scene's so sad. And the original Gundam did a great job at humanizing the Zeon. And Ramba Ral is like that for Amuro. Like, they did a great job at humanizing it for the audience, but they realized, oh hey, Amuro doesn't understand that, like, he's fighting people all that well. Like, He's just fighting giant robots from his perspective. Like, he knows there's people inside of him, but he hasn't interacted with any of those people. So they're just like, let's have him just interact with, like, this really cool guy named Rambaral. And it's just like, and that's Amuro's moment. But for, like, the audience from the start, we're like, these are just dudes that it's like, hey, we're doing a scouting mission. Oh, hey, that's an experimental mobile suit being worked on in, like, a neutral colony. That's a war crime. Which means we're completely in our right to destroy it. They didn't know there were civilians still around, because, like, why would there be civilians around? That would be really irresponsible of the Federation and really terrible of them. But, you know, it's like scenes like that where they're just soldiers, you know, slumming about. Or they're just like, hey, I'll take out the Gundam. And he gets stuck in, like, the re-entry for Earth. And his Zaku just burns up in the atmosphere. And he's just like, oh god, this is terrible. And then Char goes, don't worry, your sacrifice has guaranteed the destruction of the Gundam. Then the Gundam just pulls out, like, it pulls out a heat shield from its breast pocket that it had for some reason, and just throws it up and just survives re-entry anyways. You gotta imagine, what was Char thinking at that moment when he saw that happen? I would love to have a Rambaral style Gundam like VTuber model. Ooh. I'm planning on, if I can get good enough at it, I would love to make my own VTuber model, and I'd love to make one in the Gundam style. And I would definitely base it off of people like Chani and Bull, or I can never get his name right, or Rambaral. I'd most certainly base it off of those characters. Especially Rambaral with his really defined cheekbones. Though not his widow's peak. I'm not taking that. I'm not taking that. Heat absorbing gel. Yeah, it's like... It's from the crotch panel? I thought he just pulled it out of, like... I thought he literally just pulled it out of, like... I thought he just pulled it out of this little recess or, like, this thing or something. I thought he literally... Oh, my God. Why does it... You really have to... Like, I really feel for Char in that moment. Like, he saw that. His comrade died, and, like, yeah, he's just in it to kill, like, the zombies, but, like, the people he met along the way... I don't think he's, like, thinking, like, I hate these people. I think he is making connections with the people he's meeting, Char. But you just have to imagine, he's just like, well, okay, we took out the Gundam, and then it just survives re-entry, and then just White Pace picks it up, and it's just like, oh my god, like, I'm sorry, did it just pull a plot device out of its pocket? Oh. Then when Char finally gets a mobile suit that can actually do damage to the Gundam, Amuro's a competent pilot and can fight back finally. Man cannot catch a break. I don't know which way this needs to go, and it's driving me insane. I'm gonna have to, like, look really closely at this. Give me 1 second. Okay, so it has to be like this. Okay. But, like, the thing is, once I have it like this, I should not have cut them out, because... Okay. Is this wrong? Oh, it is wrong. Okay, but I have the direction right now. There we go. This entire kit is just a pain in aligning things. That's all it is. Oh yeah. You know, honestly, when you said red section on the crotch, I had to grab this because I was like, I thought it's yellow. No, it's red. It's one of those things that you forget about, like how the V-fins are white on the original Gundam. It's just one of those things you just forget about. I am... Yeah, it's like a little cloak he pulls out. It's like a little... It's called a heat abrasive gel, but it's pretty much just like a little shroud that burns away. There we go. I cannot begin to tell you how tedious getting alignment correct on this mobile suit is. You know, I just realized I should have painted the back. I should have painted the backing black, but it doesn't really matter. It looks black either way. The shading does the work for me. Why did you go in so much easier than the other one? You're bent! How are you bent? Wait a minute. What do you mean you're bent? How did... It's not really noticeable, but I'll know it. That the vent right here is bent a little. And I don't know why. It's just... It'll drive me insane at least. What? Ooh. 24? Let me pull up the topic list again. Ooh. One thing I need to do is I need to find time to do... I need to find time to do a drawing stream again, because I really like the drawing streams, and particularly because converting my art to digital takes so long. It's a really good way to do that. Like, the piece you see in the corner might not look all that complex, but between all the layering I had to do and how in general I'm just not very used to doing digital, it actually took like almost 2 hours to do that. And that's not including the lining. I think with the lining it took 2 hours. I don't want to, dude. My brain usually don't work good either. Huh? As long as your brain functioning, it good though. It's all good. That's easily the cleanest cockpit opening I've come across so far. What? It actually makes me a little upset I did not paint Amuro at all. I mean, not to say that I could have. Oh my... Yeah, there's no way I could have. I thought that was Amuro in, like, a suit, because he's a little white boy, so I thought he was in his suit. No, that Amuro, I don't know if you can see it, so let me hope. Come on, please focus. But that is an Amuro, like, actual, like, you know, when he first pilots the Gundam, which makes sense considering, like, it would have been when he hijacks the Gundam. But if you can see that, like, it has his little vest on. I hope it will show it. But it has his little vest on. It has his, like, hair's all, like, poofy and permed. There is a lot of detail in that. They did not need to go that far, and I appreciate that they did. I messed up. I didn't mess up, like, big time, but, like, I messed up. You go back on that, so help me God. There we go. Okay. This was supposed to go on first. It is a master grade kit. You want that high detail. That is true. Okay, I didn't have the back on either. I cut out the back. What are we doing here? I build Gunpla every week. How am I still this incompetent? What do you... What do you... Okay. Oh, there's a light up feature, which I don't own. Okay, cool. I was like, there's just like a really big empty space like right here. And it's because a little light, you can put a little LED there. I don't own one though, so we're not doing that, sadly. Yeah, you gotta put the yellow collar in. Then you gotta put the... Oh my god. Okay. There we go. Ooh. Oh, what's happened here? Oh, you popped off! Oh! Please, 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 please come apart. Please. Jeez. Jesus of Nazareth, please help me here. Okay, okay, you know how I keep going on about how, like, the hardest part about this kit is getting things aligned? I'm supposed to align 3 pieces all at once right now. And this kit doesn't like it when you try to align 2 pieces. Oh my god. I literally have to do this off camera just to see the angle. There we go. Why are you popping off? Why do you pop off? Why are you running? Okay. No, just... So, once you get it in, there's literally nothing holding it in, not even friction. So you have to, like, hope it stays on while... I barely touched it. Okay, wait a minute. Just stay. And then you have to hope it doesn't move while you try to align this. And, like... Are we good? Okay, we're good. Oh my god, because if it pops even a little while, like... So what happened is when I did this to get this aligned to check it, it made this slide, it made the collar slide out. And it's just... such a little peculiar feller. Very, very tedious kit to put together. This is a little confusing to me, I'm gonna be honest. Oh, okay, no, it's not confusing. I was like, why is this transparent? And then I remember the light up feature that we don't have, because we're too poor. Come on, come on, come on. Please, please, please. Oh, that's wonderful. I need to re-panel line that because I took away too much. Don't laugh at my misfortune. Do I look like a streamer to you? I cannot do surgery with hands like these. Call me Jamie Foxx, cause I'd be shaking. And 33. Wait. C33. No, 31. Merrick, why can you not read? Why are you illiterate with numbers? I can understand calculus, but you know what? Those number things that go into it, I don't get those parts. Just the plus symbols and like the parentheses though, I'm all about those. How the hell did I take calculus? How is that even possible when I can't read numbers? When did I become dyslexic towards numbers? When did that happen? Go in, you little prick. I'm being very hateful right now to this kit. It's definitely not as beginner friendly as the Barbatos Master Grade. Or even the Zaku 2 Master Grade for that matter. And thinking about it, this might actually technically be my 3rd Master Grade ever. A lot of high grades. But with Master Grades, I'm a lot more careful about. That's because Master Grades take up so much space and there's so much more work. Did it? Please go in. No! Pain! Please just line up. There we go. There we go. Okay. What time are we at? We'll at least we'll at least get the torso done by today. H. EC. Polycap? Oh yeah, we have polycaps. Polycap. B. Okay. Explaining the bright colors of the Gundam by it being a prototype is a good way to explain your toyetic design, I do have to admit, for the original Gundam. Ooh. Really, really clean narrative choice. H8? There we go. Come on, buddy. There we go. Oh, there it is. There it is. It's always a terrifying prospect when you cut off a piece and you just don't know where that piece just went. Thank God I do not have carpet in this room, at least. Then H4. Oh! I'll get to that in a minute. But, well, you know, I'll read it now and then I'll respond to it while I have to crawl under the desk to get the piece that just fell. That's true. The prototype is the original colors were white and black, was it? Yeah. You can there's actually that pretty nice image of like 3 or 4 RX-78s lined up on transports, and they're all white and black, and it looks really clean. I had to open my big fat mouth and say, hey, good thing I don't have carpet, because, you know, That way I can easily find it. Is that it? How did it get over there? Because that thing traveled... Jesus Christ, it traveled farther than Samwise and Frodo. What is... How do I even reach that? Can I reach that? What is it? Oh. Oh, wow. It bounced back into like the one place I can't reach it, but I can see it. What is going on here? What is... Oh, Jesus. Why have we... You have a good time in here. You have a good time with the bathroom. You have a good movement. I'm just looking at this thing. Not sure how the heck I'm gonna reach it. Do I have anything to, like, elongate my reach with? No, the tweezers are not long enough, so don't try to be like, ooh. How did we get here? How did we end up at this point? I had to say something to anger the model building gods. I do have something to elongate my reach. Gimme! Okay. That's close enough. At least I hope it is. An unused fly swatter. Come on. There we go. Okay. That was more difficult than it should have ever been. Give me one moment, chat. As I clean off the piece that has fallen on the floor. Don't worry about those sounds. Just cleaning off the gloves now. Okay. Let's sit back down. One of my favorite things about... I'm gonna go on a bit of a random thing after that. But I'm gonna talk about Columbo real quick, and one of my favorite things about Columbo is the fact that there's enough episodes that you can forget some episodes and like how they ended, the solution to them, which means you can watch them and relive the mystery all over again. And I really like that. There's some that I want to rewatch simply for that reason. Ooh. There's always also the ones that you never forget, the solution. Whether that's Negative Reaction with a Dick Van Dyke, which is legendary. Or it's the one where a guy who kills his, like, campaign manager, and then, like, he plays it off like it was a failed assassination attempt on himself. And how, like, he covers it is that at the end of this, is at the, how he tries to get away with it is at the end of the episode, and yes, I'm gonna spoil this, so if you don't want to hear it, put your fingers in your ears. He tries to do another, like, he tries to fake another attempt on him, because, like, the idea is, like, his campaign manager drove his car to his house, so the assassin mistook him for him was the idea, but there was no assassin. He just killed his manager himself. But at the end of the episode, what he does is he tries to fake it by like creating a fake attempt on his life again. And when he does, Columbo just like walks in and was like, "Yeah, like, do you think I didn't scope out your room ahead of time? That bullet hole was already there. I marked I marked in everything." It's just like, yeah, we're just waiting for you to come back and fake it again. And it's just like, But there's not, but like, I don't remember every one of them. It's the ones I don't remember that I want to rewatch. And even some of the ones that I remember I want to rewatch. Like, there's a Requiem for a Falling Star is just a really good episode in general. My brain is not working. Okay, there we go. But one episode I want to rewatch in particular, I think it's called The Most Dangerous Match. And it's the one where he plays, where he goes up against like a chess player. And the entire episode is set up like a chess match, but not like, they don't ever state that outright, I think. Or they don't like make it really obvious. It's just all about positioning. It's all about Columbo positioning himself and like anticipating his opponent, who in this case is, you know, the murderer, who is a chess master. And it's really, really, really nice episode. And what makes the episode nice isn't the solution as much as just seeing the maneuvering happening between the two characters, seeing them try to outthink each other. This is also what makes A Stitch in Crime probably my favorite episode so amazing, because it's probably Columbo's smartest adversary, played by Leonard Nimoy. And throughout the entire experience, it's just Leonard Nimoy has like the advantage over Columbo. Every time Columbo thinks of something, Leonard Nimoy is just like one step ahead of him. And it's just like, you're like, oh, this guy might get away. This guy might get away. And in fact, at the end of the episode, Columbo literally goes like, man, you were too good for me. And then just walks out of like, he just walks out. He just leaves. And you're like, oh, did Columbo just lose? And then he walks back in. And you're like, oh, wait a minute. It's so good. Literally with like seconds left in the episode, Columbo just comes right back in and goes like, hold up, I forgot one thing to get my head back. He's like, hold up, I forgot one thing. And he just walks over to his like the surgeon gown or like that he was wearing earlier. And he pulls out that one thing and it's like, it's like, I don't want to spoil what it is, but it's such a clean episode. And if you haven't seen Columbo, you definitely should. It's just such a great series. There's a wonderful episode with William Shatner going from Spock to Captain Kirk. But there's a wonderful episode with William Shatner. And what the episode is effectively Columbo, who's played by Peter Falk, investigating Peter Falk. Is on a meta level what the episode is, and it's so much fun because William Shatner plays a detective. He plays an actor who is in universe playing a detective from a long-running series for a mystery for a mystery show, like for a mystery murder show. And it's literally Columbo investigating his own actor on a meta level, and it's so much fun. In fact, they point this out in the episode indirectly by pointing out similarities, subtle similarities between Columbo's character and William Shatner's character, because again, they are supposed to be. It's effectively Peter Falk investigating Peter Falk. It's really, really fun episode. B46. If you're wondering just how much I love Columbo, and you're a new time viewer, my full name is Merrick Columbo Vesper. Ooh. So a lot. Because Columbo is the best. He's so, like, Peter Falk has such an amazing and unique charisma as an actor. If I can just say that, he was one of a kind. Like, he walks onto set in Columbo, and every episode you're just like, you can believe the fact that, like, when he starts talking to the murderer, you know, thinks he's a fool or somebody who could be led astray. Because Peter Falk kind of just has, like, this unassuming demeanor about him. And he just has also this natural charisma, so, like, the murderer themselves kind of being drawn in and being like, yeah, you know what? Like, this guy's not a threat to me. Feels natural because Peter Falk doesn't really feel like has nothing threatening about his character. He's like, Peter Falk himself is like 5'6" or something, but they kind of have him walk around with a bit of a hunch. Or, not a hunch is a bit of a harsh word. In Columbo, Peter Falk walks around with a slouch. And he actually has this big raincoat, which you think would make him look bigger, but it actually kind of makes him look smaller in a certain sense. It makes him look more... It pretty much makes it so that he doesn't have legs anymore in your eyes. He's just this kind of short, slouched dude with messy hair who's unkept, who, you know, is kind of always has his head tilted. He's just like an odd duck. He doesn't really come across as threatening at all. Which is why you can just believe that the murderers are always so not taken aback. They aren't immediately defensive around him because they think, oh, I can lead this guy on. And it's believable because Peter Falk is just so unassuming. I'm back. Welcome back. I'm just talking about Peter Falk as Columbo. Normally, I would blame the fact that I watched Princess Bride yesterday with the writer commentary on as to why I was thinking of Peter Falk. But in truth, it's just because it's Columbo. I will always find, if I have any opportunity to talk about Columbo on stream, I will. And unlike things like Star Wars, I will not hold myself back. I only talk about Star Wars during Star Wars streams like KOTOR. 8 hours of just playing a game and talking about Star Wars. I think 4 hours of which was just me talking about how Mandalorians are really cool, because they are. Ooh. Can you please put this in? Classic Mandalorians. I want to make that distinction real quick. Not Dave Filoni Mandalorians from, like, the show The Mandalorian. Not that one. I'm not talking about that when I say Mandalorians are really cool. I mean, like, classic Mandalorians who did not raise Jedi, but they fought them on the back of cyber dragons. Ooh. Inglorious combat, man. Mandalorians go so hard in the expanded universe. Okay, there we go. And then put this on. There we go. And Merrick, you messed up a little. Try again, Merrick. Ah! You forgot to put whatever the heck this thing is, C17 in. Oh, my light is still on my phone. That's gonna drain my battery something awful. Actually, the reason I brought up Columbo wasn't to talk about the William Shatner episode or the Leonard Nimoy episode, though both of those are really good episodes. I actually brought it up because there's this a very funny, because my favorite visual gag in all of Columbo is one time while doing an investigation, he goes to the mistress of an adulterer, and the mistress has a sweater on, and the sweater is just covered in the letter A in bright red. And that is that's my favorite visual gag in Columbo and one of my favorite visual gags in any piece of media. Because it's just like, here's the adulterer character, and they're just covered in a scarlet letter, literally. And it's just like, whoever was in the prop department had was probably chuckling to themselves the entire time, just A, just red A's all over her, like, all over. It was like a white and black sweater, and it's just like think of like it like this, and it'd just be like rows, and then there'd just be on every row, it's just the letter A on every row. It's just literally cast in the scarlet letter. It's just it was a nice little visual literary reference that I appreciated. Oh my god, actually that happens with my brother. He doesn't really build Gunpla, but like I sometimes build Gunpla for him. But he's had to like put the Sinanju. I can't remember if I built no, he built the high grade Sinanju for himself, but he's had to put away both his high grade and master grade Sinanju. I built him the master grade Sinanju, but he's had to put it away because the cat will literally just swipe the master grade Sinanju off of the shelf if it's on it. It'll just jump up and be like, no, this is in my way, get away. It's a little they do not like Gunpla, no. Ooh. A little thankful I don't have a cat in that regard. Ooh. I'm happy I have a dog that does not have the courage to jump over the barrier to get the gate, to get into this room. He totally could. Gunner is a very, very, very athletic dog, but he does not even try to jump into this room over the gate. He doesn't try to jump over any of the gates for some reason. Ooh, he could easily do it too. He has an amazing vertical, and you might be like, how good is his vertical? He can jump over the couch. Like, he can just jump over a couch easily. But for some reason, he never tries to push his luck and jump over a gate. Oh my god. Jesus Christ, 5 cats. Oh my god, that... For my brother, he has 3 cats, but it's only 1 cat that, like, just knocks over the Gunpla. It's only one that is just hates the color red or something, which is weird, because I don't think they can see the color red. But one of his cats just always knocks over the Sinanjus. So he can't have the Sinanju out anymore. He just has to have the new Gundam and the Goof custom I built him. Did it? Not the one I built on stream. I built him a Goof custom 2 years ago for his birthday, I think. Yeah, 2 years ago. Because the Sinanju was for his last birthday. So, yeah, I built him one birthday a Goof custom because that's his favorite mobile suit from the 1 Year War. And his favorite mobile suit overall was the Sinanju, so I built him the Master Grade Sinanju. And sadly, the Master Grade had to be put away. I'm looking for a piece and I just... Ah, okay, found it. Dang old cats, man. Come on now, and then go in the living room and then they come in and they knock everything over and it's just, oh, man, I don't know what I'm gonna do with those cats. Okay. 2, 3. One, 2, 3. How much time do we have? Chat, would you like me to build the head today or wait to start with the head next week? Not next week, sorry. Next stream. Which would probably be Wednesday. I'm impartial. So we're either going to be wrapping up about now or finishing with the head. Gun cannon is definitely a mech that I love. But that's just because I have a sweet spot for anything with big as hell shoulder cannons. I'm a really big fan of shoulder cannons. Part of the reason my favorite Transformer is Wheeljack is just because he has a cool shoulder cannon. And he talks through his ears, which is really funny. That's really cool, though, how they have... I'm guessing it's so... Well, I know why it's like this. It's actually because of the shoulder cannon that he can have. But I like how it's like this because it kind of makes it feel like it's a little easier to position the beam saber to draw. Finish with the head? Okay. Can do. Let's get out. What will we need? We will need a lot of little pieces, but we can do it. AC. I do love these effect pieces. I can't wait to put them on. Well, that's interesting. So these effect pieces are complete in and of themselves, but I guess these ones were too big and had to be separated into two pieces. Let's see here. We need the A11. Which appear to be the Gundam eyes. We need any other A. Oh god, we need stickers. Seravi. That name doesn't strike me as familiar. Ah, I think I know why. That's why. Because I've yet to get to Gundam 00. That's why I don't recognize the name. Let me look into that as soon as I find the sticker sheet. Oh god, wait a minute. Isn't that nice sound of stuff? Yeah. Ooh. It just looks pretty... Oh, wait, that's because it's the Zeravi 2. Well, this would have been built from the Seravi. There it is. Well, he got a little stocky. He got little chode cannons. I love it. Oh, and he has like little underslung cannons like a Atlas from Battletech too. Yeah, those little underslung arm cannons. I probably should have compared it in hindsight to the F90. Are you F92 or F91? F91. Where is my F91 actually? Wait a minute. He's not on display. Oh god, I still need to put stuff on my new shelf. But got little stickers. And we'll end with suffering. Excellent. C. Okay, let's get out C. Oh. Okay, so what I was looking at was like the Gundam Seravi between the Gundam Seravi and Seravi 2. Which sounds God, he has he has knees for days. He reminds me of that Far Side cartoon where two mobsters are standing outside of a man's window and they say like, I don't think we can do this, Tommy. That man's like knees frighten me. And it's just a dude sitting down, like it's two mobsters with a bat. And it's just a dude sitting down, but he has like knees that are bigger than his torso. God damn, boy. Oh my god. Like, what is the purpose of the legs being that big? Is it just style, or is there like a purpose? Do you have a reason that you have lower legs that are thicker than your torso, my boy? Ah, so he can extend the barrels of the shoulder cannon with his handheld. Neat, actually. The Where's 15? Oh my god, why did you fall? Why did you fall? Hold on, I need to get that before. Where did it go? Oh wow, that's impressive. It landed on my chair leg, so when I moved my chair back, it moved back with it. Oh, you built it? I think I know another, like, chonky one, and I don't know if, I think it's also from Gundam Zero. There's, like, another chonky as hell Gundam that's, like, it's not a up-armored Gundam, it just naturally is that chonky. And I wish I could remember. I think 00 might also be the one that has, like, the Gundam with the dreadlocks or whatever. Not to be confused with the Ariel, which is the Gundam with the hair. But I think they both fulfill the same purpose. And what purpose is that? I don't know. Glowing and looking cool for, like, special attacks. I don't know if they have any other purpose, but I know they both do that. 15, 15, 15, 15. Wait, what? Oh, okay. So let's get out the polycap. Virtue? Probably. That sounds right. That sounds right to one of the things I was talking about. I don't know which one, though. Yeah, it's the virtue. Yeah, he got those Popeye arms and those. Yeah, he got them Popeye arms too. Not only does he have, like, he got Popeye arms and Popeye legs. It's a silly little dude. His back skirt looks like he's double cheeked up. It's wonderful. I think I had the chance to buy a Virtue once, and I just decided not to, because I just hadn't seen Gundam 00 yet, and I didn't know if I'd be into it. I've bought in mobile suits where I, like, after learning about the pilot, I was like, this is actually kind of lame. Like, I know it's petty, but, like, I really like the Jagdoga's design, but I don't care for either of the pilots of the Jagdoga. I don't care for Quest, because she is a bratty child, and I don't care for I can't believe it's not Camille, because I can't believe it's not Camille. Oh, damn. So you get two kits in one. It's that kind of reminds me of I think it's the Penelope. Yeah, it's the Penelope, which is kind of like that, where the whole thing around the Penelope can be taken off of it. This is a high grade, but how you can separate the Penelope from its flight unit and just kind of get a more traditional bare bones Gundam out of it. And then this goes here. Gundam Nadley. Oh, it was the Nadley! It was a master grade like Nadley. Okay, well that's actually fucking funny that, like, they're literally the same ones. Don't say poor Ginyu, because I haven't, as I said, I haven't seen the series yet. Don't spoil, man. Let's see here. What is... Wait, what? I'm looking at this. I'm looking at this and my mind is melting. What? These are not eyes? What do you mean? Oh, wait, no, they are eyes. Oh, God. Jesus Christ, this angle made me think that the eyes, which are right here, but I mistook the eyes for this underhang. Jesus Christ, why? Oh my god. Sometimes the angles on these instructions are baffling, or they're like just what you're looking at. Jesus Christ, that was a bad one. Yeah, that's the one. I thought it was more courty. I guess it's not. Saying dreadlocks might have been an exaggeration, but I didn't want to say the one with the hair because the Ariel is the Gundam with the hair. But yeah, that one also. Ooh. It's like a before and after. It really is between it and the Nodley. Ah, yeah, Gien. Okay. I'm terrible with names. You're gonna have to forgive me for that one. Yes. I do feel sorry for how he goes out. Like, he has like his own goals of like surpassing Char and all that good stuff. But then how he dies is really, really sad because Amuro just shoots him in the back and then flies on. Amuro's just like, who the hell are you? I need to go fight Char. Get out of my way. It's so brutal. It's just like, damn. Guy, like, he literally thought he was him. And then Amuro just goes, dude, I'm in the new Gundam. Like, maybe when I was flying the RZ, you could, like, keep up with me. Not here. I have a psycho frame now. Get out of my way. What are you, a cyber new type? Nah, I'm all natural. Oh my god. He had ambitions and hopes, and just Amuro just did not give a damn. But that's what I like about Gundam, is that you will just have things like that. You'll just have a character who's like, has his own story. And then it's just like, well, war doesn't care about your story. You might have ambitions that might even be somewhat noble compared to the people around you. Won't stop you from, but you know what? A beam to the cockpit is a beam to the cockpit. You ain't surviving that. Let's see here, and the G1? G1, oh my goodness, Transformers. Yeah, Quest. I can remember Quest, because Quest has such a weird name. And also, Quest is like one of the earlier crazy Gundam women, and I absolutely, even though Quest is like a really annoying, I like what came after Quest. I love the archetype of the insane Gundam woman, from Lady Une to. Well, now my mind is blanking, but you always got some just absolutely insane woman in Gundam nowadays that are just completely off their rocker. You have Chara from Double Zeta Gundam. Chara. Chara, my beloved. My crazy beloved. Just what the hell are you? I will never get over the part in Double Zeta Gundam when Judo says to Chara, hey Chara, instead of, like, you know, committing war crimes, why don't you come back to the Argama with us and you can do some laundry? Stop being an uppity broad and do some laundry to calm yourself down. And it works. And she's like, you make a compelling argument. Out of context, this is like, wait, what the hell just happened? Ooh. But if you know, earlier on, she was captured, and, like, they literally, like, they're just like, what are we gonna do with this criminal? Like, just have her do her laundry. And she's like, you know what? Doing laundry is not so bad. Better than risking your life and almost dying all the time. Chara, the character who's like, ah, God, the scent of young boy. My brainwashing is wiped away, and it's like, excuse you? Excuse you, Chara? Oh my fucking god, yeah, dude. The character whom, oh my god, that scene surprised me in Char's counterattack. You're talking about when the like he's a supporting character, but he's kind of just like in the background throughout like Zeta Gundam and Double Zeta Gundam. He's just the engineer who's working on all the Gundams and the mobile suits and the Argama, and then he just dies. Like he's just like heartbroken, and he runs out onto the flight deck, and the flight deck gets shot, and you're just like, he didn't need to die, Tomino. Like he could have, like that's the one character who should have survived, because he's literally in the hangar the whole time. You have him walk outside for 3 seconds and you kill him immediately. What's wrong with you, Tomino? And Tomino's just sitting there just like, they gotta die. They gotta die. Everyone's gotta die. I don't know what's going on here. I'm looking at this, and my mind is just... You're telling me to put the camera stickers on, okay? But like... What? Okay, Christ alive, I'm looking at this and my brain is melting through my ears. Let's get it out first. This is really weird. Yeah, then Tomino kill them all. My working theory will always be that in Double Zeta Gundam, in Zeta Gundam, he kind of like blew his load and he was like, oh my god, I've killed everyone. It's like, a lot of those deaths didn't really make sense and were kind of BS. I'm gonna be honest with you, Tomino, and Tomino's like, shut the hell up. I'm gonna make a happy story now, and he starts making Double Zeta Gundam, and it's as goofy as hell, and you're like, is this still Gundam? And then by the end of it, it's still Gundam, everyone still dies, but like, you know, Judo gets a happy ending, which is a little weird, you know, like, okay, well, maybe Tomino is like kind of losing his edge, and maybe he's not so bad, you know, like he's not just wiping off like his entire roster anymore, and then Char's counterattack happens, and he's just like, yeah, let's just kill all the classic characters. Bright Noah gets to live, he's cool, but like everyone else, gonna take them all out. Just wipe the board clean. It's just like, why, Tomino? And it's just like, because war is brutal. I think you just have a fetish for this, I'm gonna be honest with you, Tomino. It's just like, I might. It doesn't change the fact people like it. Is it me who has the fetish for murder, or is it the audience? I think it can be both. I'm gonna be honest with you, Tomino. I think it can be both. But I will never forgive him for killing my favorite character though in Zeta Gundam, because her death is so stupid. She just has like, she's not even a new type, but she has a new type vision, flies, like literally leaves the Gundam Mark II and then gets hit by space debris and dies, and it's like, that death didn't need to happen, Tomino. You had that death happen just because you're like, there's too many people alive right now. You're gonna die. I don't know why people get attached to any characters in Gundam. You think you're gonna have another Judo? You think you're gonna have another happy ending with Tomino? No. You get one Judo. You get one Judo. You get that one reprieve. Everyone else has to die horrifically. Okay, what's getting me here, getting back to the kit, is like, I can put the sticker here or here, but I don't know the difference. And it's kind of confusing me. Because I don't think I'll be able to tell the difference until I put it together. But at that point, it's like, it's too late to make any changes or to put on the stickers. And this is before they had Japanese and English, so I'm just a little confused as what I'm supposed to be doing. Yeah, if the first half of Double Zeta is just, it's goofy as hell. And then it just remembers halfway through, oh shit, we're a Gundam series. okay, war is bad, people die. What about all these characters who are goofy as hell? Just have, oh crap, like yeah, that we kind of those characters don't really fit in Gundam, do they? Haman brainwashes them into being serious villains. Okay, just go. What about this Glemmy dude? Glemmy's like, you know what? If I like, yeah, I can't find romance in war, so I'm just gonna become like a prototype for the Char clone. It kind of is. It just kicks off real quick. Though I will say Glemmy is actually one of my favorite Char clones. I don't know if he's like technically a Char clone, but he's definitely a prototype. He's definitely a prototype Char clone. And I like him for that. Because he really just he really exemplifies Gundam like Double Zeta Gundam perfectly. First half, this silly character, then he just locks in the second half, and you're just like, oh, you're an antagonist, and it's just like, yeah, and also I'm gonna start committing war crimes that make you just really dislike me, and it's just like, I don't know, you're kind of a silly dude that I really like. I'm gonna just have child soldiers. That's pretty bad. That I make from scratch. I'm gonna make children and have them know no happiness, only war. Why would you do that? Don't worry. Trust me, I'll make worse grammatical mistakes than you. Now, there's the faceplate. Okay, here's all the pieces. Okay, here's all the rest of the pieces we need. The V-fin. Ooh. Okay. I'm going to put on the clear plastic into the head ridge. I don't really know what to call it. I mean, it is a head ridge, but I don't know if it has like a technical name, because some things in Gundam do, some things in Gundam don't. But I just want to see how it fits together. Oh, I see. Okay. Now that I have it here, I actually can see without putting it in. So, what's happening is it's for the light up feature. And it's like, if you don't want to use the light up feature, just put the sticker here, screw it. And if you want to use the light up feature, you put it here so that when it lights up, it'll reflect off of the sticker out of the clear plastic. So it's kind of more if you want depth in the light up feature, you do one. If you don't, do the other. Okay. Let's see here. Have it like that. Get out the 4 sticker. Cannot read Japanese, but I can at least have some deductive reasoning. My middle name isn't Columbo. Oh god. If I make a custom model, I'm definitely gonna make it so there's a toggle with Columbo hair, where I just get Columbo hair and one of my eyes stop tracking. I think it's the left eye. No, it's the right eye. It's the right eye. Peter Falk's right eye is a glass eye. Which is always fun in Columbo, because half of the directors in Columbo painstakingly try to hide the fact that he just has one fake eye, and the other actors are just like, I don't care. So sometimes like you'll have these shots that are like really masterfully made to hide his glass eye, and then in the next episode he'll just like look to the left and one eye will move and the other eye won't, and you're just like, yeah. I know what this director's feeling. Ooh. Now, there's one episode, I swear, that they just go through such painstaking measures to hide his fake eye. Like, literally, like, they literally perfectly cast it in shadow while keeping his face illuminated. So, like, he just has, like, a shadow just over his, like, his fake eye. So that way he can, like, you know, still face act and look around without, like, being distracted by the one fake eye. And it literally is the next episode. The director's just like, I don't care. Ooh. No. The head. I think you're for the head ridge. No. This is the faceplate. Oop. And then let's just see what we have here. I'm not gonna put on stickers. I'm gonna be honest with you. What? Put on yellow stickers. What's the point of me having... Like, what's the point of there being color separation when they're just like, okay, now put yellow stickers over the yellow plastic. Just... Because it's shinier is the intent, but I'm not gonna do that. A man's got to know his limits, as Harry Callahan once said. Gunner, are you getting in trouble? Is my dog getting in trouble? He might be. I am a bit at a loss here. I'm gonna plug this in so it's plugged in. I'm a little confused by that, but I'm not gonna worry about it. Sounds like Gunner's pacing outside. I might have to attend to him, but... One minute, I'm gonna check on the dog real quick. Okay, sorry about that. The dog was just trying to be... He's being a beg and a bother. It's like I have to put it on... like this? Oh god, why? Ooh. Okay, Before we forget, let's get out A21 so we can put that on. There is A21. Okay. A lot of people don't know Columbo. It's underappreciated. It's really good, though. If you have a chance to watch Columbo, it's a great murder mystery. Now, it's not a whodunit. First things first, I want to get that out of the way. It's not a whodunit. It's a smoking gun story. And what that means is a smoking gun is like the murder weapon. It is, how do they get caught? We know who did it. The mystery is, and you play along with it. You can actually discover that you can solve the mystery of Columbo with Columbo, and that's the fun of it. Is that all the evidence to like nail the character is shown to you, the audience, as well as Columbo. Columbo has no information you don't have. Columbo has all the information you have, so all of his deductive reasoning, all of his problem solving, you can do as well. And I think I did that wrong. Ooh. So if you ever check out Columbo, I definitely recommend it. It is considered one of the best mystery series shows ever. Though I will say every episode's an hour and a half, is like an hour to an hour and a half long because it was a TV. Because every episode is effectively a TV movie, but they're really, really good. One of my favorite episodes is one where he investigates like a vineyard. Ooh. Just because its ending is one of the few endings that like are sentimental and drawn out. God. But if I can sell you on Columbo, I'd love to do that. Oh, goodness. Actually, I'm happy that I'm starting to watch things again. I'm finally starting to watch ReZero again, which is a really good series. And finally, and with it, I hope that I'm going to start watching Gundam X again. I keep promising to finish Gundam X, and I keep not doing it. Are you on correctly? You're just kind of floating there is like the issue. I don't know. It looks correct, but I don't know if it is correct, and that's the concerning part. Okay, that's promising. Why am I just now realizing Optimus Prime from Transformers Animated, his helmet visor is similar to the Gundam's helmet visor and how it's kind of just understated. How have I just now realized that? That is a shame. I think luckily it's on like any streaming service, but that doesn't help you if you don't have any streaming service. But it's a series that ran from the 70s and also in the 90s. If you ever get a chance, I would definitely recommend it. We just... Oh, wait, that's going to be yellow, isn't it? No, it's... Isn't it white? You're missing yours! Oh, shit. When did that happen? Oh, that's embarrassing. My high grade is missing the base to his V-fin. Probably fell off when he fell over. Hopefully I can find that. Ooh, I'm gonna have to double check all these polycaps for it. Not so all of these gates for it later. Oh, that might be gone forever. You are... Oh, you're F. Okay, you're red. I was wrong twice. You weren't white or yellow. F7. There it is. Wish I could say I was colorblind, but I can't have that excuse. Yeah, it's missing, and I don't know when it was missing. I'm gonna have to check stream to see if it was there earlier on, so I know if it's on the table or not. But it probably fell off at some point, and it probably got swept away. Because I did not know it was gone. Hopefully, though, it fell off during this stream, which means I can find it more easily. But there is the head. There is the body. Ooh. That is not nearly as secure as I would want it to be. I'm going to be frank. The backpack is not nearly as secure as I'd want it to be. It's really being held in entirely by... Like, this is... Oh, maybe I missed a piece. No. Ah, I did miss a piece. There's supposed to be a polycap right here, which I thought I put in. It must have fallen out while I was assembling it, or I never actually put it in. But there's a polycap that goes in here that holds it in, so hopefully that'll make it more secure. I'll put that in after stream. But we have the head, which is looking really nice in all honesty, and the torso done with a little Amuro Ray inside. Ooh. And we will be back probably on Wednesday to finish that. Thank you for joining us. It was already missing when he saw... Okay. Let me go check one little thing. No, it's not on the shelf. Well, that's worst case scenario. Luckily, I do know some things I can do to... Thanks for sharing that. That is already missing. But I do know I have cannibalized RX-78s to fix other RX-78s before. And I'm sure I can do it again. I am quite confident that I can just cannibalize one. Yeah. Okay. Let me find a place to link you beautiful bastards out to. You go there. And then I will say my goodbyes. But we should be back on Wednesday for pretty much similar time to do probably just the arms, considering how long this took. Huh? Please tell me somebody my size is streaming. Okay, I'm gonna send you to this guy who I think is playing Crime Scene Cleanup, it looks like. I hope you enjoy your Caliban. But I hope you have a good night, and to anyone, to you and anyone else. This is Salvi, he just covers VTuber news and whatnot. But I would like to tell you to have a great day, a wonderful life, and remember, don't lose your head. And we'll be back either tomorrow or Wednesday. We'll definitely be back on Wednesday to continue the Gunpla. I'm not sure what we'll be doing tomorrow. Probably be playing Expedition 33 because I've been really enjoying that game. But have a great day and a wonderful life. Catch you next time. Oh, and like if you're on YouTube, subscribe and or follow on either platform. It always is appreciated and goes a long way.